everybody. So in the past couple weeks, we have learned about the human body and a little bit about the lungs. Today, I thought it would be great if we could do the heart. Now, here's what we know so far. Here's our body, right? Do you remember when we did this project? We made the whole body. Here is my torso, right? I drew a rectangle for my body, and I put all my organs. Here's my lungs, and right in the middle, protected by my rib cage, right here, was my heart. The heart is so super important. The heart pumps blood all throughout our body. And here's a picture of my lungs. Do you remember when we did this project? We talked about our windpipe and how air comes in through our nose or our mouth, travels down the windpipe into our lungs. We have two lungs, and our diaphragm is like a trampoline that helps our lungs so that we can breathe. And our heart is right here, right in the middle of our lungs. Now the lungs and the heart work together. The lungs bring air that you breathe to your heart. Without the air, your heart can't pump. And we know it's super important for the heart to pump because that's how blood travels all throughout our body. Now I want to show you this right here. Here's a picture, a drawing of our heart. Now when we draw hearts, you remember how we do it, right? We make our hearts look like this. But that's not how hearts look like inside our body. This is how our hearts look. Now if you look at it, you'll see two different colors. There's some blue and there's some red. Now the reason they did that is to show you that there's lots of different parts of our heart. Blood comes into our heart from our body, and then our heart pumps new blood back out to our body. So the blood travels like a choo-choo train all throughout your body and your veins. And remember when we looked at our veins in the classroom? Hold out your hand with your wrist facing up and look right here. You'll see some lines. Those are your veins. That's where your blood travels through. And it's your heart that pumps the blood so that it can travel through your veins. After your blood gets all the way to your fingertips and all the way to your toes, it has to go all the way back to your heart, kind of like getting all cleaned up before it can go back out again. Now, as your heart pumps like a choo-choo train, not only does it bring blood around, but it also brings things like air. The air you breathe has to get all around your body. All the yummy food you eat has to get all around your body so you can grow big and strong. Your heart does that, okay? Now I'm going to put this down, and I want to show you the heart that I made. Here's the heart that I made. I used jars, I used balloons, I used straws to put together my heart. This one that's red is my heart. But the heart can't work by itself. The heart can't pump blood. See all the blood inside my heart? The heart can't pump blood by itself. It needs help. It needs help from different organs. It needs help from your lungs. This, I'm pretending, is my lung. And inside my lungs, I have air. This clear liquid that's inside, I'm pretending is air. Now my lungs are going to have to work with my heart to make my blood pump. If this science experiment works, you're going to see air travel from my lungs into my heart. Then my heart is going to keep pumping, and you're going to see blood come from my heart out into my body. I'm going to pretend that this tray is my torso, my chest. This is my body. And in my body, I have my lungs and my heart. And the blood is going to come out into my body so that it can go to my toes, it can go to my fingers, it can go to your nose, it can go to your belly button. So the blood can travel everywhere it needs to go. Now watch closely though as the oxygen, as the air goes from my lungs into my heart and then out on the tray. Okay? You might see that the blood might change. Something magical is going to happen to it, okay? Now before I can start, I need to take a nice deep breath so that my air can get to my heart, so that my heart can pump. So I'm going to grab this blue balloon right here because I'm pretending that this blue one is my lungs. And I'm going to pull it up and push it out. Now look, you can already see some blood starting to move. Now that I have some air in my body, my heart can start working. Look at that. Now my heart can pump, my lungs can work. Oh, there you go. That's one of the things we talked about last time, how sometimes science projects you need to be patient. There we go. Now did you notice? Look at the colors of the liquid, how it changed. My lungs don't look clear anymore. And my heart now is this beautiful pink color. This is what it looked like before. This was my blood before. It was purple. It was dark. Now it's this beautiful pink color, and my lungs have color too. Now why does that happen? That's because the oxygen, the air that I breathe, goes into my heart, into my blood, and it gets the blood all waking up. Otherwise the blood is sleeping and it can't work and my heart can't pump. The air gets my heart working. So you saw like magic when it turned on because it got a nice deep breath of air. That's why it's so important when your grown-ups tell you to take a deep breath. You got to bring the air into your body so your heart and your blood can work. Now my lungs change color too, because guess what? When the air goes into your heart and your heart starts to work, all the good blood then also travels back to your lungs to keep your lungs healthy. They work as a team, okay? And look at my body. There's all the good blood now in my body so that my body can work. I'm going to pump it one more time so you can watch how the heart pumping makes blood travel through my body. All right, everybody, I hope you had fun with this project. I know I did. I can't wait to see what you guys do. Bye.